We're going to be going over to the news and weather now with Joe Tunnicliffe and Robin Johansson.
Solid rocket ignition and liftoff.
Dirigirmos-nos a esta marcha.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 1 o'clock Genesis Lunchtime News. I'm Joe Tunnicliffe. Nicholas Ingram, the British-born man due to be executed in a US jail tonight, has been given an unprecedented chance to plea for his life. The head of Georgia's Board of Pardons and Paroles has decided to meet him face to face. It is the first time any member of the board has sought to interview a death row inmate before making a decision on clemency. The outcome won't be known until later today.
Nicholas Ingram suffered a series of setbacks as lawyers sought to save him with last-minute appeals. A Georgia state judge refused to halt his execution and was subsequently backed by the U.S. Supreme Court. His last chance rests with Georgia's Board of Pardons and Paroles. He wasn't present for that hearing, but many of his 25 close relatives were, including his parents who campaigned on his behalf since he was sentenced to the death penalty for murder during a burglary.
We fully anticipate, in light of the fact that the board was very patient and very pleasant to everyone involved, that they're going to give it due consideration.
The board's chairman, Wayne Garner, went further and made an unprecedented move to meet Ingram in person, saying he couldn't make a final decision until he'd looked the man in the eye.
An investigation is underway into a fire that killed 3 children in Essex. The fire started in a house in Witton while the mother, a single parent, was out. A 4th child is being treated for burns and shock at Chelmsford in St John's Hospital.
The children were at home alone when the fire started in the front room. As flames and smoke ravaged downstairs, they were trapped in a bedroom. One child, Jordan, aged 11, jumped to safety, but his brother and sister, Tricia and Anthony, aged 7, and another sister, 2-year-old toddler, Amy, perished in the blaze. Neighbours made a desperate bid to save them using a garden hose.
It is a terrible tragedy, and it obviously affects more than just one family. The children that are involved are from different families, and it's probably quite a close-knit community here, so it will have effect all round.
The surviving child is being treated at a Chelmsford hospital.
He has some minor injuries, but apart from that, he's really here for observation.
The distraught mother is in a state of severe shock and is being comforted by family and friends.
There are reports of fresh clashes between Spanish and fishermen and Canadian patrol vessels in the North Atlantic. The captain of one trawler said the official tried to cut his nets 4 times and attempted to board his vessel. Britain is expected to come under fire from Spain later today when EU fisheries ministers meet in Luxembourg. Britain's Michael Jack is likely to be confronted by his Spanish counterpart over the UK support of Canada. The row will overshadow the ministers' talks, although an agreement over fishing quotas will be decided by EU ambassadors in Brussels. The world's newest ocean liner will be officially named by the Queen later today, but it's so big, how does it float? The Oriana is the new flagship of P&O's British fleet. It cost £2 million and is the fastest liner to be built in the last 25 years. A cruise can cost up to £35,000.
The Queen will name the Oriana in true British tradition, breaking champagne over her bows. Ironically, though, the ship was built in Germany, as no British yards tendered for the work. Over the last few days, nearly 2,000 guests have been testing out the facilities on board. Temperatures in the 60s made it easier to imagine a Mediterranean setting. They were actually moored in Southampton docks.
Yeah, nice big boat it is. Yes, nice big boat.
Oh, no, don't. No, don't. I don't want to talk on telly.
Is the Queen here already, is she? What, me again? Yeah, well, like I say, nice big boat.
It is a very comfortable ship, as equally as comfortable as our old Canberra, but she is more modern, and therefore the technology of the last 30 years has been incorporated into her design, and as far as I'm concerned, as you can see, the bridge management system is miraculously up to date with all the modern equipment.
Lecturers at Farnborough College of Technology are increasingly concerned about renewing their working contracts, which may mean a 40-hour working week. Siobhan Leahy found out more.
After recent controversy over the new lecturers' contracts, which involved less pay, more hours and bigger classes, I went to find out some of Farnborough College's lecturers' views on these. The majority of lecturers were not prepared to share their views on this matter, and especially not in front of the camera. However, I did manage to ask a few lecturers some questions.
What it would mean is that I'd have to sign almost on a written line that I would do an unlimited number of teaching hours. In fact, funnily enough, I've just been speaking to another lecturer who's like me. She's half-time, does a bit of overtime, and we're exhausted and we're only associate lecturers. And I think that for full-time lecturers as well, to have to say that they would in fact work almost unlimited teaching hours is absurd.
People who have probably signed are the people who are near retirement because they want the extra money put onto their pay.
If full-time or part-time contracts were sort of extended, then I might be in a better position to comment. I'm not in a union, so really it's difficult for me to say. It's affected morale.
Unfortunately, John Anthony, head of the NATHFB, was unavailable for an interview. However, the general opinion of most lecturers is that they are unhappy with the new contracts. This is Siobhan Leahy, Genesis News.
Bruce Grobbelaar's emotional return to Anfield was spoilt last night, as the Saints came crashing down towards the relegation table after losing 3-1 against Liverpool. Ian Rush, their record-breaking goal scorer and inspirational captain, was at the forefront of the action.
Bruce Grobbelaar was given the kind of reception reserved only for heroes by the Kop on his return to Anfield. And his Southampton side looked like upsetting the odds when a Grobbelaar-style mistake from David James allowed Richard Hall to give the relegation-threatened side the lead. But Ian Rush came back to haunt his former teammate, levelling the scores from Jamie Redknapp's corner. Then in the second half, a miserable night for Grobbelaar was completed when Rush's shot took a fierce deflection to go past him. Liverpool running out 3-1 winners, a result which leaves Southampton just a point above the relegation zone.
Nick Faldo starts as favourite for the 59th US Masters, which tees off later today. The Americans are pinning their hopes on a teenager, Tiger Woods, one of the most talented golfers in the world.
The course is looking its finest, the greens are at their fastest, and 87 of the world's best golfers have their eyes on the sport's most prestigious championship. Nick Faldo has won it twice before and badly wants to win it again. 32nd last year, 39th the year before. This time his permanent move to the States has already paid off. He won the Doral Ryder Open, his golfer of the month for March, and has a perfect game for Augusta. This time the Americans optimistically are backing a teenager, Eldrick Tiger Woods, to break the cycle. There's no doubting his talent, and he's been practicing with the best, even out-driving Fred Couples and Greg Norman.
Hey, I'm going to Tiger for advice. The way he's playing so good right now. He's got a good head on his shoulder. I wish I would have had that at his age.
And finally, this Saturday sees the start of the nation's favourite race, the Martel Grand National. With 40 runners and 30 gruelling fences, the race is guaranteed pure excitement. Genesis' tip for Saturday's big race is Crystal Spirit, who is ridden by Janie Osborne. Let's hope he romps home first. That's all from me, Jo Tunnicliffe, and after the short break, we'll go over to Robin Johansson for the weather. Good afternoon.
Got no money? Grant run out? No job? Do the smart thing and get yourself a student loan. Just imagine what you can have. A tropical holiday! The car you've always wanted, the car of your dreams. Or loads of late-night wild parties. But only if you get a student loan. Until then, though...
Tired of missing that last bus home? Then I may have the solution for you. Why not treat yourself to the Health and Fitness Gym? You may still miss the last bus home, but at least you can run home.
Hello. Well, judging by this morning, it would appear that the sunny weather we've been enjoying has come to an end. But no, in fact, those sunglasses will be coming out again later this afternoon. After a cloudy start across the whole of the UK, the showers in Scotland and Northern Ireland in the morning should spread east through largely dying out in the afternoon, leaving coastal drizzle. For the rest of England, the sun should burn through this high band of cloud, bringing those temperatures right up to about 18 degrees down here in the south. But however, with winds raging about 20 miles an hour in the north, temperatures will remain at 10 degrees. Again, a dry start tomorrow in all of England and Wales. However, rain in the north will spread south, but should die out by the afternoon, leaving cooler and mainly drier and brighter weather. Well, last weekend the rowers in the boat race caught suntans and the marathon runners burnt the soles off their feet. But will the horses in this year's Grand National get a chance to work up a sweat? Well, truth to tell, Saturday should be dry and bright, if not a little more cooler than last week, with temperatures reaching 13 or 14 degrees in the south, 10 degrees in the north. Now, on to the rest of Europe, and as we can see, similar conditions to England, with cloudy and sunny spells dominating most of France and Germany and Italy. An area of low pressure with an occluded front in close attendance will bring snow showers to most of Scandinavia, which is bad luck for those hard-working Easter bunnies. However, no doubt some animosity will arise when they find out that their cousins in central Spain are in their hot pants, enjoying temperatures of 25 to 26 degrees in the sun. Well, that's all from me, and don't forget to keep smiling whatever the temperature.
Come to Farnborough College of Technology Library. One of the newest and most exciting pieces of equipment at the library is this brand new CD-ROM. The CD-ROM can be used to find out many interesting pieces of information. It can also do printouts in colour. Keeping up to date with information technology is essential to the college. That's why we at the library decided to get this fax machine. If you need to send a message in a hurry, the fax machine is unbeatable. Farnborough College of Technology Library.